Okay, what up? Okay, the meeting's being live streamed. Okay, got it. What up? TK here with Beyond Clarity. Sunday evening here in Wisconsin. Uh, why am I smiling right now? Because I really have no idea what I'm going to talk about. But guess what? I am here. And just to let you know, this live stream is for entertainment purposes only. Don't take what I say for serious. Why? Because there's always that one person out there that ruins it for everyone. If you know, you know. What's going on with me? Well, first I see AZD meditating before every class. He'll sit there and close his eyes and he'll listen to some music, different song almost every time. He'll clap his hands, he'll do some hand gestures and he'll just tap in and get himself ready. And I was thinking, I should probably do that, but I just did it in the bathtub. I try to take a bath like once a week, bag of Epsom salt, like the full bag, and a big box of baking soda. Like it does wonders for your muscles and your skin. I highly recommend it. And a lot of times, I'm catching up on my YouTube videos, watching things, and I realize, I just gotta shut the F up, shut out the world and just go within and tap in. So I had my headphones on. I had 528 hertz frequencies going on, and I was just closed my eyes and just tapped in, and I'm very relaxed right now. And I went on like 2 walks today. It's finally getting better out here in Wisconsin. Shout out to Sir Kenny Simmons. We had Transmutation Ministry private earlier today. We're actually going to be live streaming public next Sunday, probably a little earlier, maybe like around 11:30 Pacific time. And I guess it was raining gloomy there today, and I kind of noticed, shout out to Kenny. Um, when I called him earlier to see if he'd be available to live stream, he was like, "Yeah," but he just kind of seemed a little down. And now I know why, because when it's gloomy out, when it's foggy and rainy or snowy, wherever you live, how does that affect you? Does it affect you at all? Are you tired? Does your body ache? I don't know about you, but it affects me. And I try not to let it affect me. I stay true to the process as much as I can. Take a cold shower in the morning, even the freezing cold Wisconsin. And I tell you what, during that cold shower, I'm not thinking about anything that's bothering me. And rainy, gloomy. I don't know. I just seem out of it, and it doesn't matter how many caffeinated drinks I have. I'm still tired. I still work out. Maybe do like a half-hearted workout, but today was a great day. It was nice out. It was sunny. I went out for a 3 mile walk on the marsh after my workout. During class, like how was school for you? For me, it sucked. I I had a hard time sitting still. I had a hard time paying attention. I thought I had a learning disability here. I just wasn't interested in what else. But the teachers were teaching me, and come to find out, most of the teachers probably weren't interested in it either, and weren't very fulfilled in their life. And I just had a hard time sitting still. So in AZD's class, I'm still working on stillness. Just sitting here, sitting still. I'm working on it. I prefer to be outside walking around even when I'm talking. But I guess for the viewer, let me know what you prefer. You probably prefer me just sitting here, so you're not like you don't see me moving around. Where's it going with that? I like to move around, so I went for a 3 mile walk in the marsh while being in class, and it was amazing. Let me tell you. And I just been feeling kind of antsy lately. Maybe now that it's getting nicer out, I'm starting to get more active. But today's topic right now, I'm looking at a pile of stuff in one of my rooms. And Clean space, clean mind. I don't know. Like, how is your living area? Do you have a lot of stuff you don't need? I'm looking at another area here. I'm not going to show you, but I'm looking at another space here that's I actually cleaned out two bins. There's two empty bins in front of me. And I come to find out, looking at my right, I got an extra bin here. And I was thinking, like, oh, look at all the stuff I can put in. But right now, it's clothes. I'm having a hard time parting with clothes. And like right here, okay, I'll show you one thing. It's a Christmas sweater. I actually got this a couple years ago during one of my shows. A Christmas show that we had. You know who that is? It says "Let It Snow," and that's Sean Connery dressed up as Santa Claus. It's from a Saturday Night Live skit, Jeopardy. Look it up. It's a classic, man. Um, that's one thing I have, you know. So I have a dresser, you know, full of clothes. Like the top two are like junk drawers. Eight drawers total, and I have like a drawer for workout clothes. I have a drawer for pants. I have a drawer for shirts. And when you're in Wisconsin, you basically have like a drawer for long underwear, winter clothes, basically like 10 different degrees because it could range from like today it was like probably like around freezing, and then it got up. I can't tell you what the temperature was. It felt like it was in the early 60s, and it wasn't that hot, but it just felt so good not having to wear a coat, not being freezing when I'm trying to go out and get some fresh air, not like feeling my throat like freeze up. And so having bins where I can put away winter stuff. You know, I have a parka here. I have an extra sleeping bag. I have a few Gore-Tex jackets for those rainy days. And you know, I still get overwhelmed, but not as overwhelmed as I used to. But I used to get really overwhelmed. Like, why do I have all this stuff and where do I even begin? You know? And then I remind myself I'm humbled and blessed that I have so many things. I'm so grateful to have these things, you know? And you know what? They may still be useful, but not for me anymore. I got my use out of it. And if it's still good, I can take it to Goodwill and give it to someone who needs it more than I do. Think about that. Because if it's taking up space, you know, it's taking up space in your mind and you look at it. Like you guys, say you have a girl over and you have a messy room, what are they thinking about? You know, you want to get intimate with her, and they're thinking about cleaning for you. They're not thinking about you. You know, their mind is somewhere else. I went to my friend's house the other day. I actually, when I slept at her place, I'm not going to mention who, you know, just to protect her. And if you're watching this, I love you and I appreciate you, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this. Um, she's been helping me out a lot, you know, and in return, spent the night at her place the other night, and I was feeling pretty ambitious the next morning. So I cleaned her dishes because one thing for me, when I'm, excuse me, when I'm seeing dishes, you know, that's all I'm thinking about. And sometimes I just like to sit there in the kitchen and just listen to something do work, you know. But if I'm seeing a pile of dishes, that's in the back of my mind. So I cleaned the dishes. She didn't like it. I guess she took offense to it because she felt like she wasn't doing enough. And I'm like, hey, I understand who you are and what you've been through and what you're going through. Let me help you out here. Let me show you my appreciation. Because I remember the people that did it for me. And although I didn't like them going through my stuff, I still appreciated, you know, them trying. So I got a lamp here, you know, a nice lamp. I think Michaela, my clarity coach, gave it to me when I was helping her move, you know, move offices and all this stuff. And it's a nice lamp, but it's like, what am I going to use this for? You know, I like reading at night. I'm still clearing up a space. I have a whole dresser. Oh my God, this is another thing. Envelopes, like unopened envelopes. Who knows if there's important mail in there? And this is one thing I learned in Landmark Forum, personal professional development, leadership class I was in. One thing was opening up your mail right away because why? Why do we put? I'm not speaking for you, but sometimes when I visit my friends' homes, I notice that they do this too. You know, they have a pile of unopened mail there, and I'm like, why do we do this? You know, it's something important. We take care of it right away, and then we have to worry about it later. And let's say you have like a bill. I learned the hard way too many times in the past that if you don't pay for it right away, you have to pay extra. So, and doctor's appointments too. Another thing. Um, I don't want to say who it is, but someone I know was afraid to go to the doctor because they're afraid what they're going to say, you know. And if you go and get checked out, um, I actually had to go to the emergency room a month ago because I was feeling something just didn't feel right, you know, mainly in my chest, my breathing, and pretty sure I had light level pneumonia. But when in doubt, get checked out, you know, because I knew if I was stubborn, I would have paid for it eventually. You know, what if it was too late? Um, so setting yourself up, setting yourself up for success. Is there something that you have that you just can't get rid of? Like you just my junk drawers, you know, I go through things and it's still good, you know, has sentimental value. But when I moved back in 2015, I went down memory lane. I actually had a shoebox full of pictures because back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was cool. Like I'd go out with my friends for a weekend and we'd have a disposable camera and we would take we'd fill that baby up and oh my god. And alcohol may or may not have been involved. And I'm just looking like, wow, look at all this. Like, okay, I don't even talk to majority of the people here, you know, majority of my friends. And I threw away like picture by picture. I was looking at it one last time and I'm like, okay, this is the past. Time to create some new memories, you know, new pictures up here. This house is blessed. Let me tell you, this is a blessed house. Clean space, clean mind. Yeah, that's it. I'm locking down early tonight. I actually have a job interview tomorrow, a technician job, a little farther from home, but that's another thing I'm doing. I'm applying for jobs and so humbling. Like I want to move, but I can't right now. And that's the story that I'll get into later. I'm not sure how I feel sharing it publicly, but the situation I'm in right now, you know, I'm very humbled and blessed. Let's just say that. And if you would like a free clarity session with me one on one, basically you talk, I listen, and message me, like, comment of this video. If you'd like to be my guest, my powerful guest for AZD's Mastermind University this Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, message me. Um, your time is now. You know, I thought I was living my life, and oh man, and I'm still learning, but it's so good to know that I'm on the right path. So, what is something that you can just get rid of? Like I told my friend, hey, I'm taking a trip to Goodwill. What's one thing you can give me? You know, just kind of get yourself used to like in the habit of getting rid of things. So right now I have two things in my vehicle. Thankfully, the rest of the stuff was no good. I was able to throw away, but I'm gonna fill the back of my car up and take a trip to Goodwill tomorrow and make some people happy. uh, yeah, so we'll end it at that. Clean space, clean mind. Show up for yourself, show up for others. Keep showing.